Welcome to the weekly highlight. This week, the Street of India witnessed something special, and I'm talking about the Tata Steel 25K in Kolkata, a race that promised fast time, tactical games, and some surprise. So let's go! On the start line, one name stood above all the rest, Joshua Cheptegei, and challenging him today we have Siumbu, the world marathon champion, and Tebello. In the women's field, we have Kebede, the two-time defending champion of this race. We also have Azimeraw, she's an experienced racer. The course, mostly flat, but with a section that will challenge any runner. A part between the 16 and 19 kilometers is full of hills and U-turns. This is not your fast typical 25K. The weather is 17 degrees, nearly perfect for distance running. And we're off. The plan is simple. Stay in the pack, conserve energy and wait. Then increase the pace gradually, and we will start to see the tactical move later in the race. We have 3 pacemakers that will lead us the way, 1 in black uniform and 2 in green. 2 of the 3 pacemakers are from Uganda, so we can see clearly that they're here for support Joshua Cheptegei. Joshua's target pace for this race is clear, 251-252 per kilometer. And now we can see that a large pack formed, about 10 to 12 athletes. This is a good sign. Past the 6K mark at 17:18, that is 253 per kilometer, and we are right on schedule for a course record attempt. In the women's race, we can see Kebede wearing the on uniform. She looks calm and confident. Of course, she knows this course, she won here before. At 10K, the time is 28:49, that is 26 seconds faster than the previous course record split, and we can see that the pack is shrinking. Now we have between 8 to 9 athletes. And suddenly, shock! We don't see Kebede anymore. The defending champion and the big dream of the third title are fading away. A massive surprise. Back to the men. Look at that, white Nike t-shirt. Look closely. Still in the pack, Gulver Singh, the Indian defending champion. He's shoulder to shoulder with the best East African athlete. What a massive surprise. He's still hanging on. Let's see how much longer he can keep the pace. He's dreaming for a course record. Tebello appears in red. He was 3rd in Sydney Marathon and 8th in Boston. Siumbu is quietly sitting back, watching and waiting. The pacemaker step aside, and now the race truly begins. They cross the 15-kilometer mark in 43:12, that is 252 per kilometer. The course record at 15K is 43:01, so we are 11 seconds off. And look at that, Joshua moved to the front. But this is risky, because we have Siumbu in the back, and we know that Siumbu likes to do strong comebacks at later stage in the races, as he did in Tokyo. So, if you push too hard now, you could be punished later. Gulver is not in the leader group anymore, but he's in the chasing group. He ran 17K at 49 minutes. Now he's racing for history. The Indian course record is in his mind. We also see Sema, the Indian top woman. She's also chasing a national best. We'll come back to them in the finish line. And now this becomes interesting. We're at the 18K mark and only 4 men remain in the lead. Siumbu stay at the back, classic patient. Maybe trying to attack in last minute again? We have Liche. He's a 10K guy, and he also ran a half marathon in 60 minutes. In the women's race, only 2 athletes remain. The 19-year-old from Ethiopia, Meseret, she's leading the way. What a brave and bold move, she's fearless. But right behind her, there is a problem. there is Azimeraw. And the big question now is, will the experience make the comeback, or will the innocence of a debut athlete make history? We will see how the story develops. And we passed the 20k mark in 57.34. That is 33 seconds slower than the course record. The heels and the U-turns are taking the toll now. We still have a pack of 4 athletes, and Liche is looking strong now, with only 5 kilometers to go. Will he make a surprise in this race? Look at that, Liche moved to the front. What a bold move. He's leading the race now. A surprise move. Is Joshua Cheptegei in trouble, or he's letting somebody else do the work? And let's go back to the ladies. They just passed 60 minutes. We can see that the story flips. The young leader fades, and Azimeraw takes control. Experience wins the battle. And we can see now that the gap grow and grow and grow. After the hour mark, we can see that Cheptegei does his move. He's moving forward, and Liche falls further back. Siumbu still is there, but patient. The race is coming to an end, and the podium is not yet defined. There is about 10 minutes more of running. The gap is getting bigger and bigger, but the other 2 athletes are not letting Joshua get away. The one in 4th place is Liche. At this point, we can see a potential podium, and it's Uganda, Tanzania, and Lesotho. What happened to Kenyan and Ethiopian athletes in this race? And now we can see that the gap begins to grow. Joshua is testing Simba. He's working really hard to break the race and make a significant gap. And the break is made. The race is broken. Cheptegei is alone, and Siumbu 60 meters behind. He ran 24k in 1 hour 8 minutes and 58. The record is gone, but the victory is coming. Maybe the heels and the U-turns made it hard to everybody. Joshua Cheptegei wins, a masterclass of tactic and strength, out of the course record for 36 seconds. Siumbu is second. He was showing strength, but was fading behind Joshua in the final stage of this race. And Tebello is third. Gulver smashes the Indian course record by over 3 minutes. And in the women's race, in first place we have Azimeraw with 1 hour 19 and 36. Second place, Kebede. The 2-time defending champion was aiming for the hat trick, but finished second. She had some struggles in the middle of the race, but maintaining a podium finish. She also ended up overtaking the young athlete. And third, we have Alameda. The fearless young athlete was leading the race. And Sema, setting a new Indian course record. And that's it. What started to be a race for record turned out to be a tactical race. The course proved to be harder than expected, and the heels and the U-turn changed everything. Also, the absence of Kenyan and Ethiopian athletes make a statement that running is changing. So thank you so much, and see you in the next one.